Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a poor but kind-hearted farmer named Hari. He worked hard every day, plowing the fields and tending to his crops, but no matter how much effort he put in, his harvest was always small. The land was dry, and the rains were never enough. Hari and his wife, Meera, often went to bed hungry, sharing whatever little they had with their two children, Raju and Anya. One evening, as Hari dug the soil near the edge of his field, his spade hit something hard. Curious, he cleared the dirt away and found an old pot buried deep in the ground. It was large, round, and covered in strange carvings. Wondering what it could be, he took it home to show Meera and the children. That night, as they gathered around the pot, Raju accidentally dropped a single grain of rice into it. To their astonishment, the pot began to shake, and within moments, it was full of rice. Meera gasped in surprise, and Anya clapped her hands in delight. Hari cautiously scooped some rice out, only to find that more kept appearing. It was a magic pot. Excited and overwhelmed, Hari and his family realized that they would never have to worry about food again. But instead of keeping the magic pot a secret, they decided to share their blessing with the entire village. The next morning, Hari invited his neighbors and showed them the pot's magic. The villagers could not believe their eyes as the pot filled up with rice again and again. Soon, word spread throughout the village, and people from all corners came to see the wondrous pot. Instead of hoarding the food, Hari and Meera made sure that everyone received their fair share. No one in the village went hungry anymore. The old, the poor, and even passing travelers were welcomed and given food from the magic pot. The village flourished with joy, kindness, and gratitude. But not everyone was happy. In a grand mansion at the other end of the village lived a greedy merchant named Bhanu. He had plenty of gold, vast fields of crops, and storerooms filled with food, yet he never shared with others. When he heard about Hari's magic pot, greed filled his heart. He wanted the pot for himself. One night, Bhanu sneaked into Hari's house and stole the magic pot while the family slept. He ran back to his mansion, eager to use it for his own wealth. He placed a single gold coin inside, expecting the pot to overflow with gold. But to his horror, the pot did nothing. Frustrated, he tried placing a bag of jewels, then sacks of rice, but the pot remained empty. No matter what he did, the magic did not work for him. Angered and confused, Bhanu finally threw his hands up in despair. The next morning, Hari found the pot placed outside his door. The villagers gathered around, whispering among themselves. They all knew what had happened. Bhanu had tried to steal the magic for himself, but the pot refused to work for someone so selfish. Hari smiled and lifted the pot, speaking to the crowd. This pot does not belong to just one person. It belongs to all of us. It is not the pot that creates magic, but the kindness we share. Sharing makes everything grow, just like this pot. The villagers cheered, and from that day on, the magic pot continued to feed everyone. The village prospered, and even Bhanu learned an important lesson about generosity. He started sharing his wealth, and in doing so, found true happiness. And so, the little village remained full of joy, laughter, and the spirit of sharing, proving that kindness and generosity were the greatest magic of all.